everybody, this is That Wolf from Hyrule, and welcome back to Ocarina of Time, the better version, with the texture pack, version 7. So that's right, we're starting right back where we left off in the Deku tree, and we are going to continue on and fight some of these enemies. Of course, Navy is being kind of annoying, but that's what she does. And here's our second item pickup. This is the Deku Nut, known among the speedrunning community as D's nuts, for lack of better explanation. I'm not making that up because it's just kind of funny and meme-tastic, because why not? Basically what these do is they stun your enemies so that you can deal a death blow to them. And in this case, get us some more Deku sticks, because we will be needing them. I gotta say, the texture work for this this area is pretty beautiful. I mean, it's not like the 3DS remake, but it is still pretty good. And there's a heart pickup here, showing that we should probably check this out. Basically what that tells us is, hey, we could jump on here, and also Navi can tell us about it. And there is a section down below. We will get to that pretty well, not really soon, but we will get to that this episode, I think. We should be able to. I mean, honestly, this does not take all that long. Deku Tree is just the novice dungeon. Alright, what's in here? You got the thing, which is now a dungeon map. Nice. Very nice. Now we can see where we're going. I know how to open a door, Navi. Thank you very much. And these guys are kind of a bit of a pain in the butt. Basically, that's the best way, I think, to do them. Just, you hit them and then they... Oh, I completely forget to narrate everything, but that's okay. We don't need to... For anybody that's played this before, they should know what's going on. Here's a temporary platform. And that kind of fell and broke beneath us, but that's okay, because we're about to get something very useful. You got the thing! Fairy slingshot. Nice. Basically what this is your basic early distance weapon. And here's an extra chest for whatever reason. In case you didn't know what that was up here. So then you're thinking, oh heck, I can't get back. Wait a second, there's a ladder here. And there you go. And then once you just destroy these, you just... Yeah, you get the Deku Seeds, and that just tells you, hey, you can actually use these things as bullets. In case you ever wondered what the fairy slingshot ammunition was. And so now this area here is fairly easy to go up here, because now all we have to do is just target these guys and shoot them. Yes, I know, we could actually climb up this wall. Thank you, Navi. Unfortunately, Navi tutorializes everything, which is one of the well-known reasons and credences to why she's basically hated by everybody, because she says, hey, look, this is what you have to do with this enemy. Like, for example, oh, let's just take a few seconds here to admire the texture work here. These guys seem way more intimidating now than they were before. Especially since you can see, like, the cracks in their skull-like heads. I don't know, I just thought they looked a little bland in the original, but now that we've seen what somebody else thinks of the texture work, then it definitely seems like there's a lot more details put up in there. Okay, here we are. Chest number 3. I know, we seem to be getting these pretty frequently, but that's alright. You got the compass. Now you can see the locations of everything. Speaking of which, there's something off to the right here, which we should probably take a look at. Take care of another one of those guys really quick. And for the astute among you, you can hear something making some noise off to our right, which I'm going to... oops, I jumped off by accident. Okay, so now we have to hit the platform again, or the switch for the platforms. So hidden behind this chest, which what is in here is probably a simple recovery heart. So these enemies are known as gold skulltulas. They do not actually hurt you unless you physically walk into them. The other side is, there is a 100 of these things to collect in the game. They're kind of a trophy of sorts. And this is why you need Deku 6. There we go. I guess you can say this torch is lit. I know, that's terrible. Everybody cringe in the chat comments now, because I'm sure I'll be getting that comment. Alright, here we go. Falling down into the basement. And of course, because these guys make their presence known fairly frequently and fairly noisily, that is the telltale sign of one of these gold skulltulas. Making noise upon these vines and scratching around. And there's Skulltula number 2. Let's go for the third one. There's another one over here. There's 2 ways I like to get this. First one, ow. See what I mean by they only hurt you if you actually hit them? They're not actually harmful to you. I guess we'll have to jump the gap here. That's okay. No problem. There we go, then we got it. So the idea here is to light this torch. See, it's now lit. There we go. And you might think, okay, how the heck do I get across here? Well, I'm not going to do the other way because there's a speedrunning way to do it. So we'll just do this the traditional way. There's this enemy here. And he needs to die, and he did. So yeah, here's this lit torch, and then there's a bunch of spider webs. So the idea here is to jump across here. And simply light it on fire. And of course, before your stick burns away. And as with the other Deku Scrub, you always have to keep him locked on, otherwise he doesn't acknowledge that you're trying to beat him. And I completely skipped that. But basically, he gives you a hint on how to actually defeat his 3 brothers later on, which we will probably be encountering here pretty soon. And here's an interesting little puzzle. So Navi tells us about diving underwater. And interestingly enough, there's actually a switch down here. So, aside from being generally annoying, Navi is teaching you how the gameplay mechanics work in this dungeon. I mean, not to saying that her hints are a bad thing, it's just that she mentions everything a little too frequently, I think. But that's okay because, yeah, see, she literally mentions everything. In this, at least in this first dungeon. She kind of shuts up after a while. And here is one of the great and many changes that was present in Ocarina of Time. Or at least in this version of Ocarina of Time. You push blocks a lot faster. Like, I think the block speed was increased by 2, because it took so long just to push one block from, like, one spot. Alright. Can you just die, please? Thank you. Okay, so here we go. Here's another torch puzzle. Which it's not too hard. You just light the torches. It's easy. Okay. And this guy is really easy. Just normally they take 2 slashes to kill, but jump slashing works a lot better, honestly. And I don't feel like fighting these guys, so we're just gonna go ahead and shoot them. If I can actually... There we go. So these are Goma eggs. Or Goma larvae. Gomas are nasty. If you've never played a Legend of Zelda game before... Oh boy. I hate these things. They don't want to die easily. Yeah, it seems like there's like this magic angle you have to shoot them at. And we have another puzzle. We can't actually go into the one area to the northwest yet, because that requires an item we do not have. And here's another little sneaky area. Sneaking through the tunnel. So the deal with this room, and the whole puzzle with this, is you have to push this block across here. A lot of the speedrunning technique involves lining yourself up to jump and then actually reach this platform up here, and then basically skipping the need to actually use the torches. But I mean, if you know how to do it, it's the only reason why you would want to skip this part is if you were speedrunning and didn't have the correct item, like say for example with the randomizer. Oh, my stick burned as I was falling down. That's okay though. It's not like I don't have 6 more. But yeah. So what was the hint? 23 is number 1? That's definitely not how to do it. So we want to start with this guy. And I think Nintendo of America cleverly localized this to be 23 is number 1 because at the time, if I remember right, Michael Jordan was a big hit in basketball at the time. So, I mean, 23 could be alluding to Michael Jordan. I don't know. Anyways, they go, how do you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying, I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. Basically, just a hint to how to kill her. Which, that's not bad. Alright, so here we go. She's pretty intimidating. Honestly, the way the texture pack works here is, yeah. Yeah, the way the texture pack retextured her, she's a heck of a lot more scary. Dang, give props to whoever did that textures. So yeah, here's the idea. You just basically shoot her eye when she's red, and you can use Deku sticks on her, you can jump slash. Either way, if you jump slash or use Deku sticks, there's the same amount of damage. And the only reason why you'd want to use Deku sticks is if, again, you're speedrunning Ocarina of Time randomizer and you don't have a sword. That's like the only reason why you'd want to do that. Okay, here we go. And our prize is a heart container. So now we have 4 full hearts. Isn't that great? Okay. So here is where the Deku tree would tell us about, oh, here we go. Well done, Link. I didn't think this actually would work. Huh. So I guess we do get to see some cutscenes. Okay, that's interesting. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Yes. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. I was hoping this would actually play out, because for some reason, all the other versions I have just doesn't want to work like that. Anyways. So yeah, this is our first glimpse into the evil character known as Ganondorf. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. So it seems like most minor cutscenes are skipped in this, but all the major ones are still in time. Before that time, and I completely forgot to read that, 3 golden goddesses depended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Furor, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Furor, with her rich soul, produced all the life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and sacred golden triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and thus the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man, with his evil heart, to enter the sacred realm of legend. The evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man had wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. Here, we got it! And this is the first of the 3 treasures we must collect as a child. Of course, if those of you playing have already known that. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is a spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the Fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. That seems like it was slightly sped up. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. So, the Forest Guardian has died, and now we are on our way to Hyrule Castle. Hey, Link, what did you do? The great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault! Well. Okay, so now feeling guilty, let's just go into our house really quick. So yeah, what a guilt trip that he just pulled on us. Okay, I kind of hate to do this, guys, but this might be where... Get in the house, darn it. Yeah, I hate to do this, but this is where we're gonna go ahead and cut it. So, in good Zelda fashion, anyways, good progress. After this, we'll check out what the rest of the Kokiri have to say about this. For now, I've been that Wolf from Hyrule, this has been Ocarina of Time, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the button below to visit my channel. If you want to see the Lax Sweets episode, please click the video on the left. If you want to see the previous gameplay, click the video on the right. See you next time!